Morning News and Views Show. I am Joe Bluen. I am your guest presenter for Ramadan Radio, and today I am delighted to welcome you to Fired Up. We are joined by Mohammed Tahir from the African Muslims Agency. Hello, Mohammed. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Joe. Hope you're keeping well. Always a pleasure to be on Salam Media. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being with us. Now, tell me, what are you fired up about today?
Joe, I know we've been on the show various days this month, and we're talking about our levels of spirituality, and we're talking about the blessed month of Ramadan, and we're talking about the different aspects of reflection and contemplation and all of those kind of stuff. But what I do want to touch on today is specifically the areas of worship. So we're talking about the mosques that we go to every single day, and I know that people have been swamping to the masjids this Ramadan for the evening prayers and the Taraweeh prayers, in the early morning prayers and so on. And many of the conversations that are now happening by the scholars are around how do you maintain that? How do you go about keeping some sort of a level of spirituality? May not be exactly the heightened level of spirituality right now, but at a later stage, I mean, obviously, as the year goes on, we are humans, we do get demotivated and so on. But we need to keep some sort of a level of consistency in certain actions so that we can pull through till the next Ramadan, which then allows us to sort of reset again to get us through the year as we speak. And the point that I want to get through is, in order for that to happen, we've been noticing that the different masjids and the mosques that we've been going, and the interviews that we've been having with the various people that run those the committee members, the chairmen of those masjids, have always have programs that are there to entice people in bringing the community together, whether that is with charitable acts, whether that is with spiritual upliftment. It's somehow something that I urge all of those that are in the sort of mode now to consider supporting during the course of the year, so that that level of spirituality remains consistent for a certain period of time to take you through to the next Ramadan. And one of the aspects that a lot of the masjids or mosques go through is the aspect of charity. So they would work with organizations like African Muslim Agency to provide for those that are in need, because they know who the recipients or guests are of their respective areas that are in need. And I think it's important that we keep that maybe consistent throughout the year of serving the next human being, which is critically important. And that's the aspect of the campaign of the African Muslim Agency this year, Reconnect. So from time to time, let us always be conscious about what we're doing and how we're doing it, so that we can reconnect with those that we serve, which allows us to become a better version of ourselves during the course of the year.
Thank you so much, Mohammed Tahir Hamid, volunteer and events coordinator for African Muslims Agency. Is there any? I think these are really powerful lessons. Are there any specific things you think that our listeners should be thinking of? Any concrete things to take this into heart seriously?
No, 100%. I think that's an aspect of reflection now from now after we get out of the month of Ramadan. But remember, we're still in the month of Ramadan, and we still have a few days left. And these are amongst the blessed days of the month, where many maximize on the aspect of the Laylatul Qadr night, the night of power. And remember, one very important part of anything we do in this month is charity. And African Muslim Agency, working in 23 countries around the world, doing feeding, doing hamper projects, doing water well projects. And if you are keen on maximizing your reward during these last few nights, I urge you to go to africanmuslimagency.co.za or any of our offices countrywide in order to support the Reconnect campaign so that you can maximize the last few nights of Ramadan.
Thank you so much. And just one more question, if I may. And you've given us some ideas in terms of the website, but if people want to become more involved with African Muslims Agency now during the last 10 days, but at any point, what should they be doing?
So we do have a volunteer program, and that's a very good question, Joe. I think on our website as well, if you connect to our website and you go, there's a volunteer program. You can click on the link and you can just fill out the form. We get the application. I'll phone you through as a volunteer lead and take you through that process and onboard you. Or else, the other easier way is to go through any of our offices, and while you are there and doing your donation, show an interest towards wanting to volunteer, then those details will be passed through in order to sort of onboard you. Just also one more point, Joe, is that there is a lot of every single person is wanting to contribute towards fidya, fitra, kafara in the next few days. We are most likely, not most likely, but we are accepting those donations as well, which can be done through our website and the offices as well.
Thank you so much. Shukran, Mohammed Tahir Hamid. We've had volunteer and events coordinator with African Muslims Agency. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge, your wisdom, and your ideas, as well as ways to get more involved this Ramadan and afterwards. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We're going to a short ad break and we'll be back shortly to continue the show.